In this video clip, Bob Meadows will take us through the short process of sizing a ring. The owner of this ring requested that it be taken from a size 6 1/4 down to 5 1/2. First, Bob will mark the ring and remove the 3/4 using a jeweler's saw.
Now we're going to get any little rough saw burrs off the edges.
Next, he'll close the gap and align the ring shank using bending pliers.
Close this down. Now comes the most important part in any ring sizing. That is to make sure that both pieces of this shank are lined up both vertically and horizontally. They need to be in perfect alignment so that we don't remove excess metal when filing it up.
Now that the ring shank is aligned, the ring is prepared for firing to join the ends back together.
Now we're going to flux this joint up. When we put fire to this, it'll keep that metal from oxidizing. It'll help the solder stick. Put a little piece of white gold solder on there. We're going to draw that solder down through the joint. Create a low pressure area on the bottom, just like a vacuum, it draws it down.
After a check to assure the size is correct, the ring is filed and polished and ready to be given back to the customer.
Remove the excess solder from the outside. Make our big file marks into little file marks. And bingo presto, we have a size 5 1/2.
The next ring is going to be sized up. The process of increasing the size of a ring is very similar to sizing down, but instead of removing a piece of the ring, a piece of gold will be added. The customer would like this 7 1/4 ring sized up to an 8 1/2. Using the ring gauge, the ring is spread to the desired size and a piece of gold is measured and cut to fit inside the gap.
Gotta maintain this curve a little bit. Get these little burrs off the ends. And this should fit perfectly in that spot.
The ring is then fired to join the pieces.
Couple of pieces of solder, one for each joint. Heat it up and create that low pressure area on the bottom so it'll suck this solder down through those joints. And now you can see we've got this bump, which is the piece of gold that we put in there.
Once the firing is complete, the ring is filed and polished back to its original shape and luster and ready for the customer.
Filing that excess off, trying to hit the original metal as little as possible. Make our big file scratches into little scratches. And as you can see, we're 8 1/2, right where we should be. We've not changed the shape or the size or anything of the shank. And that's all there is to ring sizing.